I finally got to the end of my story. A few days ago, while doing Uber, I got a job. See, these days, they tell you the distance and the time, so you sort of have an idea how much you'll make, right? I knew it wasn't going to be a good job, but I went there. I rarely turn down a job, and I don't advise future drivers to do that. The reason is because when you're moving, that's when you make money. Drop, pick up, drop, pick up, drop, pick up. That's how you make money. And two, the city was dead. The city was a complete ghost town. COVID-19 just started. So everywhere is in a lockdown. Stay home, stay home, stay home, except for essential workers. There's no job, so you pick up everything. So I went there. There were 4 of them. Grandma, 2 young men, and a female. As soon as I got there, I noticed every one of them had on gloves and mask, except for Grandma. That should have been a red flag. I was watching. Grandma is hacking and coughing as they walked into my car. I took an extra mask, gave it to Grandma. Please put this on. She struggled with it. She put it on. Grandma hacked and coughed until we got to our destination, Boston Medical Center. Right there and there, as soon as I dropped them off, pulled over, disinfected the whole car, wiped everything down. Lysol sprayed it, wiped everything down. Went home, took off my clothes. I'm done. It scared the living daylight out of me. Uber was good, Lyft was good, but I'm done. You know how much the fare was? $5. $5. It's been about 6 years now that I've been in remission. Stage 3, rectal cancer. First round of chemo and radiation to reduce the tumor, followed by surgery to take out the tumor, and then another round of chemo. My immune system is not the best. Uber, no more. Lyft, no more. It was good while it lasted. But this COVID-19, this coronavirus, I am done. End of story.
I think you can call that a peer influence, because when I came into the country in 1988, 85% of the people I hung around with or I stayed with all drove cab, and their display of cash kind of influenced my decision.
I just wanted to survive. Whatever I have to do that will give me money to live.
I had lost my job, the job I was doing at the New England Telephone Company, and I decided to get into the car business, on a transitional basis, but I ended up remaining there for about 8 years.
Well, when I started driving cab, it was not about money. It was not about how much you're going to make, because I know that is not the most paying job you can ever have in this country. It was the beginning of life for most of us, and it was a survivor kind of a job for most of us. It was a good thing for us as students. It was a good thing for us as non-immigrant without documentation. So the money part of it was not the main goal, but it was a survivor kind of a job.
Yeah, they said it's a very good business and you can make more money on it. And people were clocking 800 a week. So I said, okay, I decided to try. For one day, leaving my security job. When I came back that very day, myself, who don't even know anywhere, I made a lot of money for the first day. So even my security job, I didn't even bother to call them. That was it. I didn't bother to call them. I just quit. I started driving cab.
I just happened to speak to a friend of mine, and his manager was saying that before he became what he became, that he was driving a taxi. So that's when it struck me, oh yeah, driving the taxi is something I can do. I can do it anytime I'm free. So that's why I thought about driving it.
When I came here, I went to school. Actually, I went to Northeastern University. I did my computers, a little bit of computer science there. Then when I came out, no job. And I think 1992, I applied for my cab driving Hackney.
When I drove a taxi years ago, it was for the same reasons all the other guys said. All my friends drove it. I could make some money on the side, and I was supposedly my own boss. But taxi driving was the worst job ever. It was physically grueling. You rented it for a 12-hour shift, and to make any money, you must drive all 12 hours. There were some nights guys did not make enough money to pay the owners. In Boston, there was a period when a medallion cost almost $1 million. The medallion is the permit to own a taxi, and they are a fixed and limited amount. So you have no choice but to drive for the big company owners because you can't afford that. Should you go get a loan, which is bigger than a mortgage, how many passengers and for how long will you drive to break even? It was horrible. The law was a great smokescreen. It was fake. You were an indentured servant for life. I was so glad to end that phase of my life. So here I am, broke, looking for that part-time job with one huge factor: independence. In other words, I want to go when I want to go, for as long as I want to go, on the day I want to go. No clocking. I want to be my own boss. And you see it on TV, on radio, on the internet, everywhere. Independence, independence, independence. Anyone can do it. You do it at your own time. You are partners. I mean, it just sounded too good to be true, right? So I'm like, okay, this looks perfect for me. However, before I do this, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to talk with my friends who are doing this, get their take on it, okay? Go on the internet, do all the research, and really see if this is true. And then if it is, I will give it a try.
I learned about Uber through a friend of mine. So when I got to them, they explained everything, how they worked. So, and I was very interested. Almost immediately, I signed up with them. And having signed up with them, I found out that it was very liberating, considering that I have driven a car for years. And ever since, I have nothing to regret. So there is nothing like a freedom. You know, freedom is everything that everybody prays for, and we all aspire to attain in life. And you choose your time you want to work. I would say you as a professional who works 9 to 5 job, Uber, you are the perfect candidate for Uber. You know, it gives you that freedom of making extra money without putting extra stress on yourself, because it's like you're pretty much working for yourself. At the end of the day, if you feel that you are tired and you want to go home, all you do, you just off your apps, and that's it. You know, so they don't force you. You have to be out there.
I heard it through the radio, YouTube, about Uber, and I just said, let me give it a shot. I think the first thing that crossed my mind was the flexibility. The hours is flexible. Work whenever you are available. You know, you're working on your own schedule, basically. So there's no time factor in it whereby you have to come in at a certain time. No, it's when you're free and available. It's something anybody who wants a second job that don't want to be tied down can easily jump into.
Actually, a friend of mine, we were just discussing other means of making money in the city of Boston. Many of us have tried businesses. Apart from our regular jobs, some of us have tried other businesses. And somebody talked to me about Uber services. It's something you can do on the side, maybe on your off days from your regular job. And yeah, you can make some few bucks doing it. People that does it full time told me that it's way better than driving a taxi because of the independence. They go out and work when they want to work. They stay out there as much as they can. They're not committed to anyone other than paying their usual percentage to Uber services and pay their normal taxes. They are not committed to anyone. So it gives you the freedom to actually go out there and make money for yourself. But compared to taxi, you are committed to the medallion. You're committed to the owner of the medallion. You're working hard to pay those people first before you pay yourself. So it's kind of like much better.
It's way better than driving a taxi. I drive for Uber. The decency of it, good vehicles. You don't have Shylock owners of medallion that will be crying out for money, to pay them. At this time, I have to schedule myself. The way it suits me, it suits my family. I walk around my family now. For taxi cab driving, you go in there at 4 p.m. or 4 a.m., you pick up the cab, you go and line up at the hotel. Owners don't care. As long as you come back, you give them their money. Tomorrow, the same thing. So many days you don't make money. You still have to pay them. So before you can break even on driving a cab, you look for at least $250 so that you can take home $150 and give $100 and something to the owner. But in this case, you own the vehicle. If it's $50 you make, it's your own towards your expenses and everything. So I enjoy it better than driving a taxi cab.
Now that I've talked to my friends, there's no doubt about it. I am going to give it a try. I am. It looks like something that will work out. It's been great, really. Just been pleasantly surprised. The customers are just excellent. The customers have been great. It is perfect for me. I go out when I want to go out. The freedom, the money isn't bad. It's just been as good as it has been advertised. The first thing is safety.
When you talk about security, I feel more secure driving for Uber because I know I'm picking up. I see their picture before I pick them. I look at the picture, I look at the person, I know their name. So for security reasons, I don't ever see myself driving a car. It's not something I've ever thought about.
I pick a guy. After I pick him up, he showed me 2 guns. He said, "Cab driver, look at me. I have 2 guns, but I'm not here to threaten your life. I just want to make sure to tell you that I have 2 guns. So I don't use to threaten any cab driver, okay?" So as soon as we step out of that place, it was a project. They started throwing stone in my cab. So I quickly, with speed, I came out from that very place.
With Uber drivers, you are registered in the system. The passenger knows who is coming. He sees your picture, he sees your name, he can profile you to some extent, he can call you on the phone, he knows a little bit about you. So, and you can be rest guaranteed that there is no driver out there, to the best of my knowledge, that can go out there and operate Uber without going through a query check. So you could be rest assured too that non-criminal individual is coming to pick you up.
There's no cash involved, unlike when I used to drive a taxi. No cash involved.
You don't use cash. Everything is prepaid. You don't have to think of somebody is going to mob you because you have so much money on you, like you have in taxi.
There are some, they will just run away from your cab. They'll be laughing. The next thing they open the door, they are gone. Get out from the cab, he said he's going to take money from the bank, not knowing that there's another road back there. So came out and just left. They paid me my fare.
Look at, it's now Saturday night. When I drove a taxi, this parking lot will be empty. It will be filled with cab drivers looking for a taxi. But look at, after Uber, this place is packed on a Saturday night. Unbelievable.
Because since Uber came, things have been rough on the ground that the price which they use to pick up a customer, you know, supposing I pick up a fare in downtown to Cleveland Circle, at the end of it, the fare will be $20, but Uber will take that for $11. I think the customers, they are not stupid. They would like to patronize a company that is cheaper. And that is one of the disadvantages we have in the business today. They have to regulate the price. The price is what is really killing us as a cab driver.
And most taxi drivers, they've left taxi completely. And they are now full-time Uber workers, you know, and they are pretty much happy with what they are doing.
Uber said the price, I collect the money. Is it fair? It's all right. How much is the percentage they take off? You know, it's funny how most of us don't know.
I think they take a percentage of 2 or so, if I'm not mistaken.
No, really, I'm not. I'm still very new.
Most of the customers, like I said, are good. But there are those exceptions. One is drunk customers. Customers that cannot hold their liquor. It is an issue. Look at 2 separate incidents where people have thrown up in the car. Okay, in my car, you are done for that night. You are done for that day. Just forget it. You got to go stop the car, pull over, go to a car wash. God help you if you can find one that will let you do it and clean your car. So no matter how much they charge, that Uber charges, depends on the severity of the vomit. Okay, it takes like $50 or $100. It's not worth it. That could be a pain in the neck. As a matter of fact, I have a friend who will never work the night shift anymore, Fridays and Saturday nights, because that's when his car is just it's a puking lot. It's a puke bucket, and they just go there every day he works. Every Saturday night he was like, forget it, I'm not doing it anymore. The guy had some real bad experience, you know. The taxi industry is huge, very, very powerful, with lobbyists and politicians and the ability to write the law. For example, if you're a taxi driver, you're not an employee. You're an independent contractor. Okay? Uber got it from them. But look at the pushback Uber and Lyft is getting, who are operating basically under the same premise. Why isn't anyone talking about taxi drivers like that? Percentage of Uber drivers that are out there doing these crazy things you read about is minimal. Very, very stupid idiots. You have them in every profession. Okay? From cops to doctors to lawyers, you have them in every profession. So Uber is very safe both ways. It really is. Most of the time, it really is. And they're doing things constantly to make things safer. I've been doing this for a while now, and one thing that has been very discouraging is the rate. I mean, it is ridiculous. It really is. The time and distance under normal circumstances is really, really too low. You drive somebody for 15 minutes, you get $5, $7, and not to even talk about the Uber pool and the Lyft line. That one is criminal. It really is criminal. You get into a car with very limited space, and you sharing it with some someone you don't know. Okay? Only God knows what disease or illness they have. Look at, I received this email this year, Thursday, May 26, 2016. Uber has finally agreed to raise the fare for the Uber pool to a minimum of $6.15 per ride, which includes the usual $1.15 booking fee. Wow. I'm so excited. I'm going to be a gazillionaire now. I will try to hide my excitement. You know how much that increase really is? First, subtract the 20% that they take, okay, from $6.15. Then subtract $1.15 booking fee. Yep, $1.15 booking fee and 20%. Okay, that is what it is. I am too tired and my brain is too tired to do the math. You figured it out on your own. It's been a long day and night of driving. I'm tired. Whatever.
Oh my goodness. Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I am doing fine.
How's New York?
It's fine.
How's work?
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know Daddy drive Uber part-time now?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah? You do? Can I give you an advice?
It depends. Will I want it?
Yes, you want it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm your daddy. I'll give you advice, okay?
I can't wait.
All right. If you go out on a date,
Sure.
okay? I don't care who you bring home. I don't care if he's rich. I don't care if he's poor. I don't care if he's a right-winged, alt-right card-carrying member of the KKK. I don't care.
Okay, just so you know.
If he puts you on an Uber pool,
Sure.
dump him.
Okay, can I offer you a scenario?
Yeah?
Okay, let's say I've met my dream guy.
Uh-huh.
He's like 6'5". He's 7 feet tall, actually. He's
Okay.
7 feet tall.
Uh-huh.
He's so nice.
Uh-huh.
He's like a doctor.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, just like dreamboat.
That's good.
Like Denzel Washington.
Oh, better.
Wow.
Yes.
And then he's like, hey, prices are really high at Surgic. Let's Uber pool.
Dump him.
Dump him. Straight up dump him.
Dump him.
Okay, and let's say that on this scenario, I'm like, hey, let's Uber pool. And he's like, yeah. If he
Dump him.
If he doesn't, it's his job.
Dump him.
Straight up dump him.
Dump him.
Dump him.
Uber pool on a date. Dump him. Okay? I don't care if he's Denzel Washington handsome. I don't care if he's Bill Gates rich. I don't care if it's a doctor. I don't care.
I just want to note that's very rich if he's Bill Gates rich.
Uber pool. Dump him.
He's probably Bill Gates if he's Bill Gates
on
rich.
On a date, Uber pool. Dump him.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I've listened.
All right. Love you, honey.
I love you too.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the car.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
People just having a oh, there's the music.
Hey, oh yeah, big boombox.
This is happening right now, right? Because I haven't drank anything.
A group of people will just wake up in the morning and say, let's go ride our bicycle in the nude. This job is driving me crazy, or there are a lot of crazy people out there. You know how much I told you I hate the pool? I love the pool. I love the pool. I love the lift line. It gives me so much pleasure to see these passengers become miserable. I mean, just absolutely miserable because of $3, $4, $5 in the back seat right there. Because I pick them up first, go across town to pick up another passenger who is heading the other side of town. A 10 minutes journey takes 50 hours to save $5. You see, you will get there a little bit longer. I mean, you're not in a hurry, but you still save yourself $5. I read an article the other day that most Uber and Lyft cars are very dirty. And it is a magnet for the common cold. I wish sometimes I have a passenger with Ebola. No, seriously. You know, I would be protected because I'm the driver, you know. Yeah. Or even the common cold, whatever. But think about it. The $5 you will save will help you buy some cold medicine, you know. And you'll be fine. I've been driving it for a while now, and I'm just not having a bad day. And remember that image that was in my head about, you know, with all the commercials, you're going to make ultra zillions amount of money, and you'll be all set for life, and you're a driver partner, and all that crap. And I'm going to be in the front of Time magazine with Oprah and the Queen. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Not in here. It's not going to happen. It's become a chore, you know. Just another chore. I'm done with it, you know. Nah, I'm done. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy about it. It's a good part-time gig, you know. But no more ties, no more dressing well. No, all of that is gone. I'm done. I have been doing this gig for a while now, and I suddenly realized that I need to work more hours this year to earn what I earned last year. It looks like the more I work, the less I make. My dream of financial freedom is like chasing my shadows. Simply impossible. Look at these incentives Uber is offering. If I do 30 trips during peak hours, not any time now, okay, just peak hours, which will be rush hours, morning and afternoons, they will give me $150 extra bonus. Once I achieve that, they up the ante. Look at the next one. That same 30 trips will only earn me $100 instead of the $150 last week. And looking at the incentives, how many days and hours can I drive to earn $550? I have to be a full-time driver and work 5 to 7 days a week. For me, that is impossible because I have a full-time job. And believe me, they personalize these incentives to each driver. It is not universal across the board. The idea is just to continually push all drivers to be on the road. It is dangerous and unhealthy for both the customers, the drivers, and the company. For everyone, it's not nice. Believe me, I'm about to snap, I swear. I'm about to lose it. I wish I can really express my feelings to the customers. especially the pool and lift line customers. One day I'm just going to scream on one of them. I'm begging you in the name of God, please, please. I know you tall, you dark, you handsome, you beautiful, and all of that. But please, I'm begging you, when we are in a pool ride, okay, when you're sharing this car with someone else, I don't want to hear about your sexual prowess. What happened last time between your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, and how good you are, keep it to yourself. We don't want to know, okay? Enough of that already. It's a share ride. And also, number 2, no seat is assigned to you. You don't have to fight for that corner. You don't have to fight for the other corner, okay? Just move your behind, go to one side, shut up, okay? Plug in your earphones and just go to where you go and let me drop you off. I don't want to hear anything. Now, if you by yourself and it's a regular ride, okay, I will gladly turn down the music and you can call your boyfriend and call your girlfriend or call your husband and call that businessman in Sri Lanka or wherever you are, in London, Abuja, I don't care, and talk about your $1 million deal. Meanwhile, you're taking an Uber. Fine. Okay? Pool ride, shut up. Shut up. Since Uber and Lyft have gone public now, think about it. Now they really have to make money. The investors want their money back. Where are they going to get it from? From us. And you, the passengers, your rate is going to go up. And what we get, it's going to go down. That's the only way they're going to make extra money. That's the only way they're going to make their money back. So, who knows what the next gig will be? And there's never going to be an end to supply for labor. There's just never going to be an end. There will be poor people who just need money. They need to work. And the easiest thing to do with the skills you have is drive. So, until they get rid of it, they will just keep chewing us out. New ones will come in and the same thing will just keep happening, over and over. So we'll wait and see what it's going to be like.
And as you get older, your body is not able to take some of this pressure and stress that you put on it. And if I don't get out on time, it will have a stroke and be paralyzed on one leg because you're only operating on one leg. The other leg is just dormant, being there. You are sitting there for hours and hours and hours. You run through a drive-through, pick up McDonald's, keep on going. 2 things you can do. You can get a stroke or get fat as hell in there, and at the end of it all, you're still destroying your body. So I have to get right now to be able to stay alive.
I will not advise my closest friend, as I said before, to go into it, or my son to go into that type of job, because I'm looking for one way or the other to retire now. Because there was a guy one time, he was at the stoplight when he passed out. By the time they got there, the guy was dead because of driving. So I don't want to go through that.
As a matter of fact, when Owens got married, I was the videographer for his wedding, They did his wedding. It was a beautiful wedding, it really was. Drove for a while. He was another guy that hustled, just hustle as an immigrant. Immigrants, that's what we do, just hustle. And drove that, drove a bus, drove private, did everything, and then had a laundromat. It was kidney or liver issue with him, I can't remember. But it was the same thing, passed away. And I don't know. I want to be taken out of a car someday, you know. A heart attack, or if I'm lucky. I'm gonna miss those guys. It is customary to say good things about people when they pass away. Ighodaro, Owens, and Adewonyi were great men. You know, they were really, really great men. They were good people. I immigrated to this country in 1982, and I did not see my father until September 11, 2001. Yep, that infamous day. My dad was stuck in New York, and Owens drove me that day through the chaotic city to pick up my dad. He did not charge me a penny. All I did was buy gas and fast food on the highway for him. That was it. You know, that was it. Adewonyi and Mr. Ighodaro were always around when I needed help. They were one of the first volunteers when I started. Unfortunately, they did not get to see the finished product, and I didn't know it was going to turn out this way anyway. Don't get me wrong, Uber and Lyft is way better than driving a taxi. But I strongly believe, really believe, that we all bought these false dreams and hope that were sold to us, you know. While, you know, our journey to the promised land has been different, it is still way better than where we all came from. Back home is worse. However, the promised land is not lined with gold, and it doesn't flow with milk and honey like it is portrayed. I will dedicate this to all the taxi drivers who were victims of Uber and Lyft upending the market, which led to financial ruins, and some committed suicide. Sadly, you know. I pray for the lost souls of all the Lyft and Uber drivers that died of COVID-19.